I am live. I am doing some things real quick before we get started because I don't know what's going on here. Hold on. Let me mute that. We are going to do some things. You're here. Hi, Garrett. Garrett decided that we needed a late night chat so that we could continue talking. I am not anywhere where I should be on video right now, so this is what we get. And I might do something else here. I don't want that up there. You're sharing out. Okay, cool. Let's do... Let me log in over here. I'm going to share a screen unless Garrett wants to come on here and just talk, because we know Garrett likes to talk. Garrett, if you want to come on here and talk, I can send you a link. But let me pull this out of here. I've got like too many windows open. Let me minimize that. Okay. You're a solo act. Well, Garrett, you talked me into doing this. What do you want to do? I am going to share something on the screen. Let me maximize that. Window. We just want the window. Yep. Everett. Welcome, Everett. Frankie. Because I've actually been thinking about doing this anyway. I need something to drink. I just kind of did this and popped up here. I had zero planning. Carol, welcome. So I have a browser window up, and we can do whatever we want. Let me see here. This should be... Why is this not doing what I want it to do? Nope. 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 Picture in picture. That's better, but that's not really what we want either. There we go. That's what we wanted. Lots of chat. I know, right, Frankie? That's what I've been doing all day. No, we're not going to talk smack about people, Garrett. We save that for Instagram chat messages. What fireworks? There's no lessons. The lesson is don't do what Garrett gives you ideas to do. This is my Flickr page, in case anybody wanted to see some of the photography I've done. I should have shared the whole screen so I could do other things, but... Dave, welcome, Dave. This was from a long time ago. Are you at Disney World, Everett? I'm hungry. I want some donuts, man. Y'all killing me with this donut talk. My photos are at risk for deletion. That's bad. I'll have to pay attention to that later. Oh, I'm sorry, it's raining. Are you at land or world? Oh, world. You said world. Never mind. Donuts. Let's look at donuts. I can't spell, by the way. Images. This is the donut shop here that I keep talking Dave into coming down to meet me at. This is what they're really known for, is these peach things. This was a bad idea. Why did you guys let me pull this up? I should have named this Squirrel Chat. Because they made me hungry on the other screen. Can I rename the chat in here? Hold on, guys. It might pause. I don't know. We're going to see what happens. We're going to rename this stream. There we go. Yeah, Dave, this is the place I keep telling you about that you need to come. They put new things up every month. I'm not sure. Let me see what their things are. Look, Funko. This month they should have their. There we go. This is their menu for this month. Those peach sliders. My favorite are the pistachio orange, but I don't think they have them this month. They'll put the new ones up soon for next month. Okay, guys, get me on something else. She said his name on her Facebook. She chose Garrett. Just kidding. Let's look and see what's on the news alerts on my phone. There's interesting things happening in Thailand right now. We can talk about that. Thailand's prime minister was suspended there yesterday, I believe. Basically, when they did the coup, they put this guy in as prime minister. And then sometime since then, they had elections. I think in 2019, they had elections where he stayed prime minister. And then, doggies! He stayed prime minister, and then he went off to, after that, they passed some kind of law that the prime minister can only be, is that a sheep? Yep, it's a sheep playing with the doggies. Prime minister can only be prime minister for 8 years. So now they're trying to decide if he's done his 8 years, because he's been in there since 2014. And in the interim, they've suspended him, but he still has his duties. So I don't know what's going on with that craziness. This we might go to. I haven't decided yet. Things are kind of crazy right now with health things. But they're having a Labor Day celebration in the square, and they're having their 4th of July fireworks. It may rain, though. We'll see. Puppies. I babysit these puppies sometimes. Revolution is better than voodoo, Dave. I'm telling you. You have to come. If you were 8 when Rock Lobster came out, you'd be 52 by now. That's funny. We had an incident here today. There was a warehouse shooting. I never found out yet what happened with that. Probably, Dave. It depends on some things. Ronald McDonald. Yeah, I'll probably be doing that. I can actually play some of that from last year now. That'd probably be more interesting than watching my Instagram feed. Let's go here. Hey, we want to watch ourselves? It's late at night, right? Yeah. Adam the Woo, he always comes to Dragon Con. Trying to find, it's Beatdown Boogie does here's the cosplay video from 2018. There will probably not be sound with this. Can you guys see that full screen? I don't think you can see. No, if you can't see that full screen. Okay. I shared the wrong thing. That is Atlanta. That scene right there is why I will not be doing Dragon Con inside. Ooh, Garrett, that opens up a lot. I never see him. I saw them drive by, his friends drive by. They do the Bluesmobile. They drive the Bluesmobile, and I've seen them drive by. But I haven't seen him talk. Yeah, there's so much stuff that happens on Labor Day now. This is from 2018. And the thing about Dragon Con is everybody makes their costumes. These are not store-bought costumes. These are made costumes for the most part. Oh, I remember that when they had the TARDIS there. I'm trying to think. We might not have gone in 18. I think 18 was the year that we didn't go. But I don't remember. It might have been the year that we stayed at the Hilton. I can't remember when we did what. I would love to have the time and money to put into doing cosplay. But this company goes to a lot of conventions and records them. Makes a lot of videos, cool videos. And there are a lot of awesome wheelchair cosplays that happen. Lots of interesting things happen at Dragon Con. Most stuff doesn't get seen. But it's a very I just cosplay as exhausted every day. It's a very welcoming community. That's in the Marriott. That is in the Hilton. That's on the back deck of the Hilton. That's the Marriott from above. The Marriott's been in a lot of it's not that long. The Marriott's been in a lot of movies. I'll look that up in a minute. I like to go down the little movie rabbit holes and what's been in the movies and stuff. But Beat Down Boogie is the channel, if you guys can see down here. And they have a lot of really, really good videos. I'll let you guys go look at them yourselves. Hi, Amy. Welcome. Yes, the Marriott old carpet is famous, and I have pieces of it around here somewhere. In fact, let me pause this. Let's go here. Marriott Carpet Cosplay. Yes, the carpet. And I don't even remember how it happened. These are the best ones. These were the best. I don't even remember how it happened that the carpet just became a thing at the Marriott. And I know normally the carpet, you tell what built, because there's habit trails, there's like tunnels that go from hotel to hotel. And you remember, it's real easy to get turned around and lost. So you remember where you are by what carpet is on the floor. And this was the carpet that was on the Marriott. And it became a huge thing. I don't know what happened. And when they did this cosplay, as you can see down here, it says carpet designer threatens cosplayers with legal action, because they took off with the pattern and replicated it everywhere to make all these costumes. And the cosplayer got upset. Bella's coming over here to say hello. No, I can't hold you right now. My team is coming to California next June, but I'm not going to be able to afford to go. Where is the car? Ah, there we go. And then Bella's in the way. These are Adam the Woo's friends right here. It's Bella. I guess I'm holding Bella. Sometimes he's in the car. He wasn't in the car the one year that I filmed it. Need cheaper everything, man. Man, I went to go and get coffee, the coffee bag that I used to buy all the time. Last time I bought it, it was like a year ago. It was $13. It's a bag of coffee beans from Lavazza. Lavazza makes the best coffee. And it is $21 now for the same bag. Yeah, that's one thing when you have more people, it's a family, it's harder to travel. Bella's up here saying hello. So what do we want to look at now? Movie filming things. What was I going to do? Movie? Oh, yeah. Marriott Marquee. I can't type with, I'm having to hold Bella. Movies. Bella says, hi, Frankie. No, we're not going to see me today on the film because I can show Bella pictures, but we're not going to see me because I'm not prepared to be on camera. So that's not going to be happening. Filming locations. IMDb is cool. You can put in an address and it'll tell you everything that was filmed there. So the Marriott Marquee, we have Flight, The Hunger Games, which is all over Atlanta, Manhunter, Loki, of course. There's more than that that's been filmed there. Spider-Man. Let's go. Loki. filming locations. Atlanta. There we go. There's a bunch of things. I keep always telling you guys about that one building that Winter Soldier was filmed at. There's a lot of movies and shows that don't list their filming locations, but you can tell by looking at them, like, I know where that was. You know, the Disney travel news gets put out public before we get it, so no. Honestly. And this is Atlanta Magazine. It's a pretty cool magazine. It's they are all about the city. WandaVision, which was done on sound stages. Westview was shot in California. The hospital was here. Sword headquarters lobby was the Georgia World Congress Center downtown. And the forward option is something in Fairburn. The Smithsonian National Air and Space, that was the High Museum of Art in downtown. That was a parking deck at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. That's funny. Let's do something here. Images. This, I have a picture of this in my Flickr account. This is the Swan House. It's at the Atlanta History Center. And this, here's a closer picture. There's that. I need to go there and take a tour. I haven't done that yet. I had free tickets and I didn't use them. Ooh. There we go. This was a scene. Good night, Amy. Have a good night. I know we're having so much fun. We're just here to chat. A place to chat. Nothing thrilling here. That was from the Hunger Games. I don't know if you guys remember that scene in the first Hunger Games movie. Garrett, why are you going to see Amy when she wakes up? It's been raining here every day, but today was in the afternoon. I watched it. My friend is in the second one, I think. He plays the tribute from I can't remember what it's called now, 2. From section 2. Oh, I'm the warm-up act to Garrett, so he made me do this while he gets ready. Nobody's going to believe that, Garrett. Let's do something a little bit more. What's in here? This is actually not far from me. It looks like it would be north. You would think this is a north or south view. This is a sunset view of a drone, using a drone. But this right here is Jackson Street. It's called Jackson Street Bridge. This road here is Freedom Parkway. If you go off to the right, you go north on the downtown connector, which is 8575. And you go south if you go off this way. And if you go this way, you go up into downtown Atlanta. And is there a way to make this bigger for y'all? Nope. Can't make it bigger. This round building right here is the Westin Hotel. And we had a tornado come through here. And I want to say it's 2008 or 6. Might have been 2006. The only tornado that under record, since they've been keeping record, that came through downtown Atlanta, and it knocked a bunch of glass out. This building right here that looks like steps is the Georgia Pacific building. This big tall building right here is the SunTrust building. I guess it's called the Truist building now. This right here is Peachtree Center Mall. Peachtree Center Mall is at the bottom. I think it's Peachtree Center Towers. And then all these little buildings are hotels and dormitories, and I think that's Peachtree Center. Maybe that's Georgia Pacific. I can't remember now. Science! Chat check. So you want to talk about ghosts? Do you want me to go on that? Let's go on that other thing. I'm really bad with squirrels. 10 most haunted states in America. Hopefully this will behave because it didn't want to load earlier. There's a lot of junk on this page. Garrett wants to talk about ghosts today. The first most haunted state is... Who wants to take a guess that wasn't on the stream earlier? Guess which state. Garrett, you're not allowed to guess because you were on the other stream. Guess which state is considered the number one on their most haunted list. What's new, Garrett? It was Texas. Marfa. Marfa is where the Texas Chainsaw Massacre took place. That was actually a true story. The spooky spot. Okay, I don't know why all these things have to be playing. Remember the Alamo. So many people say San Antonio is the most haunted city in Texas, which is no surprise since it is the setting for one of the deadliest battles in America. The most haunted hotel is the Driscoll Hotel in Austin. They say the man who built it loved the place so much he never wanted to leave. And he haunts it along with the ghost of a Texas senator's 4-year-old daughter who fell to her death on the hotel's grand staircase. It's Texas. I don't know. They do crazy things out there. California is number 2. I think because Garrett was there. Eureka's Fort Humboldt State Historic Park. Hikers report seeing the ghost of a dead commander staring at them through the hospital windows. Have you experienced or been to any of these places, Garrett? Los Angeles. Hotel Roosevelt. I've heard about the Hotel Roosevelt. No, that's not it. Former guests Marilyn Monroe and actor Montgomery Clift still hang around the property. The most haunted hotel is known as the Haunted Ship, the Queen Mary, and is a cruise liner from the 1930s docked in Long Beach, operating as a hotel. I do not agree with this statement, and I will tell you why in a moment. Stateroom B30, which has had so many scary episodes that it was closed off. Now, we are going to look at a different hotel while we're in California. The Cecil. Let's go to you guys aren't going to have sound if I play sound. I'm going to Travel Channel. You would think, Garrett. So the Hotel Cecil has a serious history. Chris actually stayed there when he went out to Los Angeles a long time ago. And if he was here, he could talk about it, but he's not here. So, or if he is here, he's lurking. Okay, stop with the ads. It opened, this was written in July of 2021. And it's been 100 years since they first opened their door. And in 2013, they gained national attention after the mysterious disappearance of Elisa Lam, a Canadian college student. She was spotted behaving erratically on elevator surveillance video before vanishing. Her naked body was later found in a closed water tank on the hotel's roof. And this is, I mean, there's a lot of TV shows done on this, a lot of videos. They never found out what happened to her or how she got there. Night, Dave. Have a good night. I will talk to you soon. Everybody go watch Adventures by Dave. Go like Adventures by D. He's going to be at Hollywood Horror Nights in Universal this weekend or next weekend. This actually had, I mean, there's a lot of actual video that goes along with this one. But the hotel opened in 1924. So I guess it's almost 100 years. They planned to be a premier destination for business travelers visiting downtown LA, but of course the Great Depression hit. They were right next to Skid Row, so they became a viable housing option for the local transient population, which was estimated to already surpass 10,000 people in the 1930s. I'm sure it's far higher now. Richard Ramirez is who that is. The first recorded death took place a little more than 2 years after its opening when a man died by suicide in his room. Tragically, more deaths by suicide followed. In the late 60s, a retiree living in one of the residential rooms, because they had people living there as well, was discovered dead in her room, apparently the victim of rape, assault, and stabbing. Her murder was never solved. Serial killer Richard Ramirez was a resident of the hotel before he was captured in 1985. He was known as the Night Stalker and Valley Intruder. He committed some crimes while staying there. More than a dozen victims, and was sentenced to 19 death sentences. And he died of cancer in 2013 while incarcerated. Oh, you're going to be at Mickey's Not So Scary too. Awesome. I don't know, Garrett. There's a lot on this hotel. I would never stay at this hotel. In 1991, an Austrian serial killer was also arrested after a stay at the hotel. He was a magazine writer who was supposed to be on assignment in the red light district. Instead, he murdered 3 sex workers by strangling them. When he was arrested, he hung himself. In 2011, the hotel changed hands and attempted to rebrand, but left much of the Cecil signage. It was designated a historical cultural monument by the city of LA in 2017. And it closed that year for renovations. The future of the troubled property is unclear. In 2020, the Ghost Adventures crew were the first team allowed to take their camera into the hotel for an investigation. Okay, this is Haunted Padre Hotel. This must be about the ghost channel because they have the ghost people, and this doesn't say much more of that. Where was the... The Cecil's in a bad area? It says it is. I don't know. I think people just, they want to believe the unexplained, or they want to explain the unexplained. It's a mystery. People love mysteries. Stop the advertisements. There's a Netflix docuseries about this, about Elisa Lam's death. She was only 21. Yeah. If you guys are interested, watch the story about it. It's very, I've watched videos about it. It's very creepy. I don't think we want to get into any Rolling Stone style news. Yeah, she had mental issues, but it's really weird because she was on the video and then she just disappeared. And then she was found in a place that nobody knows how she got there, because there was really no way for her to get there. San Francisco's Westerfeld House. Yeah, it was very creepy, the whole thing. Chris said when he stayed there, he got creepy vibes from it. He didn't realize what it was when he stayed there until after. Yeah, Travel Channel's going all Halloween-y. So what's this Westerfeld House, Garrett? Is that something we want to look into? "11 of the scariest ghost stories from Reddit." he does read reviews. He trusts the reviews. But I think that was before. That was a long time ago. I think the price was right. I really don't want to read ghost stories. The scariest places in America. Here's a current scariest places in America. Let's go here. It's got photos. I want to go here. I really, really want to go to New Orleans. The St. Louis Cemetery. I don't think... Oh, yeah. This one, if you want to go see it, a licensed guide has to accompany you, because they had so much problem with people wandering around in there. And this is where they film a lot of things. And it's just generally closed to the public. I don't have nightmares, Garrett. I control my dreams. This is Charter Street Cemetery, Salem, Massachusetts. I really want to go to New Orleans. And it's not far from here, and I have friends there. I don't know why I haven't been down there yet. I haven't been anywhere that I need to go. Dreamweaver. Oh, you mean because I control my dreams? I don't know. Gypsy. That's another story for another time. I'm descendant by Eastern European gypsies. But Charter Street Cemetery, Salem, Massachusetts. I watched some live streams from their events they've had there. They look pretty cool. They look a lot of fun. Sleepy Hollow, New York. It's a quaint New York village. And that's Phillipsburg Manor is what this is, I guess. Phillipsburg Manor. That looks like Disney. The Stanley Hotel, Estes Park, Colorado. I'm reading a book right now that takes place in New Orleans, but the book not that book. The book before that I was reading before, it took place in New Orleans, but they talked about the Stanley Hotel, and the Stanley Hotel inspired Stephen King's The Shining. He and his wife stayed there just before its annual winter closing. They had nightmares about their then 3-year-old son screaming as something chased him through the long, empty halls. That's another thing to get into, Stephen King and the reasons behind a lot of his music. Books. Winchester House. This one you get to talk about. This is for Garrett. The Winchester Mystery House in San Jose, California, after the 1881 death of William Wirt Winchester, founder of Winchester Firearms. His widow Sarah used her huge inheritance to construct a bizarre home. Until she died in 1922, she hired workers to install doors that went nowhere, stairs that led to the ceiling, secret rooms, and other oddities. I figured, but that doesn't make a good story, you know? Remind me to go into the Juilliard house. I touched on it, and I'll show pictures of it in a minute. The historic Bullock Hotel, Deadwood, South Dakota. The town's first hotel. The first sheriff, Seth Bullock, who died in 1919, is supposed to haunt it. Yeah, this looks like the house of somebody that liked to play with architecture, honestly. Lizzie Borden Bed and Breakfast, Fall River, Massachusetts. 1892. Well, I didn't know that. They actually set her free. They didn't find her guilty of the murder. They don't know who actually murdered them. But again, let's make a good story. Oh, really? That doesn't surprise me. Gettysburg. There you go, Garrett. Gettysburg National Military Park in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, 1863. Confederate and Union forces fought for 3 terrible days at Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, until some 50,000 lay dead or wounded. It's said to echo with the cries and whispers of their phantoms. Most horrifying story from 2 college administrators. One night, the men claimed they took an elevator to the first floor of a building called Pennsylvania Hall. Instead of stopping there, the elevator descended to the basement where the doors opened to reveal a blood-splattered Civil War operating room. So if you go, perhaps you should take the steps. Yeah, I know, war is stupid. War was really stupid back then because more people died back then too during war because they didn't have the medical knowledge we have today. My cat's wandering around. The Myrtles Plantation, St. Francisville, Louisiana. Built in 1796 and listed on the National Historic Register. 1992, a National Geographic Explorer team allegedly shot a photo of a ghostly girl on the grounds. A building behind her was visible through her translucent form. Other legends say 10 or more people were poisoned, hung, or otherwise murdered here. I haven't eaten yet, Garrett, and it's your fault because you made me do this. So... You all. Okay. This is the Juilliard House. Let's start with an overview. Right here, the Juilliard House. It is in Louisville, Ohio, not Louisville. It's currently up for auction. Am I dancing? Why would I be dancing? Here's the listing. Do they have more pictures? They should have more pictures. So it was built in 1872. It's considered a Victorian. It has no lot size. And it's been up for auction for 8 days. Ah, there we go. 4 photos, duh. Basically, the brother... Oh, I know, right? That would be fun to decorate for Christmas. That's actually the side yard. The front yard's over here. The brother of the man that founded the Juilliard School of Music in New York had a farm in Ohio, and he sold the farm. And with the proceeds, he was considered the wealthiest farmer in Ohio at the time. He sold the farm off and built this house. And when whoever owned it now, I don't think they had any relation. They the husband died, and the wife doesn't care what happens with it, so they put it up for auction. Maybe that is the front. It looks like the side. I thought it was the side of the house. These photos are horrible. Maybe I should go there and become a real estate photographer there. I like this. Okay. Yeah, there's the front. Can't really see it, but that's a Juilliard Center. It was the Juilliard Center for something. I like these little benches right there. I do not... What's going on here? Okay. Go back in here. Things are not showing up right. Let's do the virtual tour because apparently the other thing is not going to work. Yeah, you guys can see that. Okay. The virtual tour. That's better than me clicking through things. I can pause it as we go through. And you see the house in the back left. There's a lot of interesting architecture back home. It's a 4-bedroom house. And the virtual tour is actually photographs in a video. Yeah, there's the front of it, I think. I don't know. I don't know where would be considered the front. It looks like it's on the corner. Nice flagpole. I'm going to have to watch. This will be interesting to see how much this house sells for. It's a pretty piano. Weird things in the top. Definitely needs a little bit of updating. It's you can tell it's been used as like offices or something, and they haven't really been doing much with it for a while. I thought, because the story I read in the newspaper said that she owned it and she didn't want anything to do with it anymore. I didn't realize it was a business. Maybe her husband was doing something businessy. The grand staircase. That's pretty. I don't know, Garrett. Everywhere is the coolest when I'm there. That's an original floor. Look at all that fancy. That needs to be redone. Bring that more attention to that staircase. Okay, Carol, isn't it late for you to be out driving around? Well, that's weird. That's a weird kitchen. Seems like there should be more inside photos than that. It's kind of neat back there, all these old houses, because they always have like little hidden gems that you find. When I was growing up, my dad belonged to the Fraternal Order of Eagles. It's kind of like the American Legion and stuff like that. And I used to go with him. And they did family events up there and all kinds of stuff. And I remember I have a lot of memories from when I was a kid that I didn't realize they're from when I was a kid. It's just like I remember this thing, but I don't remember where I remember it from. And that is Louisville, Ohio, with the little house right here. Here it is right there. But the old building that the Eagles was in had a lot of secret passageways and hidden tunnels behind the walls, and I remember playing in them as a kid, but I was like, there's no way. I don't remember, as an adult, I'm like, I don't remember any place like that. And here it was the Fraternal Order of the Eagles building, and it was like that because of Prohibition. And it's where they used to sneak the alcohol, and they would have the little parties where nobody could see, where, in the main part where people would come in, they would have the upstanding family stuff, and then they'd have like the little speakeasy style stuff going on. I think, yeah, we're going back through the same pictures. I like to go through and look at old things for sale, houses for sale and stuff. Juilliard Arts Center. So it was still an arts center. It would be nice to see pictures of it. What is that? Grand Hotel. What's this? Ohio has so much history. Stanley, Neblett, and Juilliard. Juilliard Park. Something tells me this is not in Ohio. Ooh, wow. I don't think. Nope, all of this is not. A lot of this is in Louisville, not Louisville. see. That's St. Louis. There we go. Snow! This is right up here in Ohio, right there. Roman Catholic Church in Louisville, Ohio. Added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1979. Built in 1870 to 75 in the French Gothic, High Victorian Gothic style. Wonder what that looks like inside. Elena! Welcome! Aloha! Let's go to the National Register of Historic Places. I want their website. Property highlight. Great Outdoors Month. This is in Portland, Oregon. Electronic only submission process. Let's look at the weekly list. Nope. Oh, that's things that get listed. Oh, wow. They're still listing things like every week. Some stuff in Colorado. Something in Miami Beach. Jacksonville, Tallahassee, Idaho, Illinois. That's interesting. Iowa, Kansas, Massachusetts, Michigan, New York Central River Basin Railroad Bridge, and the Fort Street, Pleasant Street, and Norfolk and Western Railroad Viaduct. Viaducts are neat. Oh, they removed it. They removed both of those. Wow. St. Boniface Roman Catholic Church was removed. Let's look at this. Garrett, you made me do this. If you want to do something else, feel free. I go off on these tangents all the time. Ooh, that looks pretty with the windows. That's pretty. Now we're looking at historic buildings. I like to look at houses and house hunting. Let's go with historic haunted images. Ooh, that's a pretty house. Savannah. There's the Winchester house. The most haunted places in Savannah. We are not house hunting. We're looking at haunted stuff. Garrett, you know, I can kick you out of the stream if you want me to. You wanted to do this, so here we are. The 6 most haunted places in Savannah that you can actually visit. We have a lot of buildings that look like that here. Hamilton Turner Inn. Made famous, probably most of these were made famous by Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. Why aren't you vacuuming? Uh-huh. Paranormal activities inside the inn include the sounds of children laughing, billiard balls rolling around on the upper floors, and sightings of a strange cigar-smoking man sitting on the roof. The Marshall House. One of the USA Today named it one of the best haunted hotels since 1851, or in the U.S. And since 1851, this hotel has been used as a hospital 3 times, once for Union soldiers and twice for 19th century yellow fever epidemics. Tell Hannah to come here and vacuum. I have some vacuuming that needs done. Ghosts in hallways, non-existent children running down the halls, and faucets turning on by themselves. Wow, that's pink. Peachy. 1790. The ghost of a woman scorned, a slave cook, and a servant boy at the 1790 Inn and Restaurant. While dining at the restaurant, you may hear the cook. Let's get rid of this thing here. You may hear the cook banging on pots in the kitchen or see a glimpse of a little servant boy. If you stay at the inn, you might spot Anna, one of the most famous ghost girls in the city, who haunts the upstairs guest rooms, waiting for the return of her lost love. And it has a video, which we're not going to go see. That looks like a place over in Chambly. Ooh, I read about this in the book I was just reading. They visited this place. Once a saloon and rest stop for seafarers from abroad, the Pirate's House still stands today as one of Savannah's most well-known restaurants. Many were brutishly shanghaied down in the boarding house basement and forced to serve on the sea. Oh, okay. They kidnap people to put them on ships and work on ships. And there's a video. Lots of houses that look like that. Kehoe House. Yeah, they're still in use. This is in Savannah. The Kehoe family consisted of 10 children, and rumor has it that 2 of them died in this house, although the rumor is completely unsubstantiated. Many guests say they encountered ghost children during their overnight stays. Also, before becoming a beautiful bed and breakfast, the Kehoe House was a funeral home. Let's see what it looks like inside. That's not going to work. You can't see that. Hold on. Okay, where'd it go? We'll do this and then back page. I'm hungry. That looks good. Wow, that's big building. It's pretty. Looks bigger there. We have a lot of places like that. They've done it really nice. Noah, welcome. I am not going to have Carol respond while she's driving, Garrett. Quit trying to make Carol wreck. Oh, they have nice little patios. You can overlook the downstairs. Cool. Go back over here. The Moon River Brewing Company. This beer house is considered to be the most haunted place in Savannah. Many have spotted a lady wearing white at the top of the restaurant staircase. Ghosts have been known to throw bottles, breathe by patrons, and play tricks on staff members. Stay away from the basement upstairs, which are the two most active paranormal spots. Chris, welcome in. We're looking at haunted things. Feel free to tell them in the chat about the Hotel Cecil. We visited that website earlier. We also found out that Texas was the most haunted state. Ohio is number 3. California is number 2. Let's see here. Let's see what else we can find. Is there anything haunted? I didn't make him stay there. It was before I met him. Silly man. You wanted to know more about Ohio Haunted. Let's see what we can find about Ohio Haunted. What is the most haunted place in Ohio? Or do you guys want to see about Shawshank? This house is in, I remember this house, I think. What is this? Okay, so you've got the Mansfield Reformatory, which was renamed Ohio State Reformatory, which is the place where they filmed Shawshank Redemption. And they also, I was talking to you guys about this earlier, so okay, now what? Why did I find you earlier? Okay, I can find it now. So we figured out filmed at Mansfield Reformatory. Garrett, I blame you. There we go. So all these movies have been filmed where the Shawshank, in the prison where Shawshank Redemption was filmed. Air Force One, Judas and the Black Messiah, Tango and Cash, and some of these other movies I've not heard of before, but Harry and Walter Go to New York. Oh, that was filmed in 1976. Yeah, I don't know any of the other movies. Nellie, I think I've heard of Nellie. Custody. Yeah, that looks like a family thing. And then the Ghost Hunters stuff, of course, they've done Ghost Hunter stuff there. Destination Fear, Ohio State Reformatory. Let's go back over here. Franklin Castle. Oh, that's in Ohio City. Ohio City is a part of Cleveland. Queen Anne style building is private and must be viewed safely from the street. Unfortunate tragedy, skeletal remains, fires, and mysterious deaths have all plagued this building, which was constructed by German immigrant Hans Tiedemann in the mid-1800s, a true piece of Cleveland history featuring a tour at hidden passages. See, I told you a lot of buildings there have hidden passages. A ballroom and spectral woman. It was in a wee girl dressed in white. Investigated for the first time ever on paranormal lockdown. Okay, I want to see pictures of it. See photos. So many buildings look like that up there. Winter. So they got it all blocked off. This is on Google, so these are just pictures people I think have taken and posted. It's an interesting black and white photo. Why national parks? Warning, security cameras. Looks like it had a really pretty garden at one time. Courtyard. I don't know what all the stairs are for. Okay, let's go back to what's next. The Bisman Building, 130 years old. North Central Ohio, downtown Mansfield, which is also where that other building is. So, or the Shawshank is located. Chris likes to watch scary things and scare himself. Permanently closed. See photos. Ooh, that's a pretty building. I don't think that's part of it. It's something else. Yeah, the rest of it goes into pictures of Shawshank, but that's a nice architecture there. Hyperthermial. Hyperthermial would be really hot, wouldn't it? Now here I've been many times. The Canton Palace Theater. I used to go there when I was a kid. My relatives, my cousins would take me to watch ballet and different things. I saw the Nutcracker there, and they have movies and stuff there. I thought it was a pretty cool looking building, though. It doesn't really say anything about. Let's pull that up and look at it. The Canton Palace Theater is kind of like a smaller version of Atlanta's Fox Theater. They do the thing with the ceiling where they make it, the Fox Theater looks a lot like this. I need to get on a tour of the Fox Theater. Carol, welcome home. But they do a thing on the ceiling where they put clouds and stars and different things. It's really beautiful. And there's the outside of it. 1926. It's a lot smaller than the Fox, obviously, for a small town. You can kind of see the ceiling a little bit where they tried to do some cloud stuff there, but the flash or what have you kind of messed up the thing. Garrett, I'm going to ground you. Carol, Garrett was trying to get you to wreck earlier. He's a bad, bad man. Boss Skaggs concert. I don't know what that is. Doesn't say. There's a bunch of people. There's the front of it. Okay. As long as you're safe out there driving around. I was thinking it was kind of late for you to be out driving around, but we'll keep you company while you are. Yeah, so you can see that right in here with the lights, but with the night, this camera obviously takes good night pictures. So it edited itself to where you can't see stuff. They put like smoke out here and fog. They have a smoke machine up there. Only a few. Wait until Garrett's out there walking. Did you see that Ohio beat Michigan? Did you hear that? Ohio beat Michigan on the USA's most haunted states. Ohio was number 3 and Michigan was number 4. I just needed to reiterate that. But this building is still in use too, the Palace Theater. They did graduation. They don't build things like this anymore. Let me see here. And this is in Atlanta. This is the Fox Theater in Atlanta. If you've seen now we're going back to the Disney. I'm sorry, Carol. I can imagine that would be kind of creepy. We're going back to the Disney. Miss Marvel was filmed here. A lot of the temple stuff that you see, they used the Fox Theater. You see all that? And they went down this side street down here. There's a restaurant right here in the corner that's really good. This is the inside of the Fox Theater. You see how it's similar to the Canton one. It sets up your late night stream. No, you did not. This was what you requested, was the haunting stuff. This is, again, this is in Atlanta, the Fox Theater in Atlanta. The corner, did not mean to do that. This building right here, that's a really pretty building too. At night, the old box office. They do tours of this. I need to do tours. This building across the street is now the Hotel Indigo. Yeah, Garrett's lying. Of course he is. This is a really interesting bathroom inside the Fox Theater. And while they have it all laid out in this is how you make a 3D photo, by the way, a 3D virtual tour. But it's an interesting bathroom. It's huge. On the outside of the Fox. I'm trying to find some pictures of the side. I think this is a 3D photo. Yeah. These are for the virtual tour. Those are bad photos. Somebody did a virtual tour. I have to find that. That's the back of the theater where you come in. Must have different, yeah, they've got different meeting rooms and things, I think. Like you can do a wedding here. There we go. The side of this right here, you can kind of see it. Actually, it's the part that's right here is where they used on the on Ms. Marvel. And this right here is the most beautiful condo. You can't get into it because it's locked. It's called the Ponce, but the lobby is gorgeous and it's huge. And this is what is that hotel called? It's not Hotel Indigo. Hotel Indigo's over here. Georgetown? What in the world is that hotel called? What is the hotel called across from the Fox? I think I just lost my AirPods. Oops. Hold on, guys. Let me put it back on the AirPods. Can you hear me now? Georgian Terrace. That's what it's called. The Georgian Terrace. You should be able to hear me again now. Let's see. I don't know what of inside that they used in the filming of Ms. Marvel. There's the box office, the old box office. They don't use that anymore. I'm trying to find the side. The Nutcracker. I saw Wicked here, and I saw The Lion King here. And that's the entrance behind, like, his back would be to that box office. And that's the new ticket office on the left. You can't see me pointing, but that's the front doors that you go down into. There's more of that bathroom. More 3D photos. Trying to find. Yeah, there we go. That's the side. That is new since I've been running around down there. But this right here on the side right here, this side street, that's where they filmed a Miss Marvel to outside by the temple. It's really good, Carol. You need to see it. It's really, really good. And I went in not knowing anything about the story, and I hate The Wizard of Oz. So public house right here. A good restaurant. Somebody looking up at the ceiling. Still trying to see how they light they've got all kinds of lights under here, and they change color, and this moves like a marquee and everything. I don't know what that's from. But I'm trying to find a better picture. This works, I think. No, that's the front. You still can't really see the side. But you see this right here? This is what they use for the temple in Ms. Marvel. I like She-Hulk. Wrong movie. We actually talked about that, the Stanley Hotel earlier, Carol. There should be another episode of She-Hulk out by now. I'm gonna have to go check. I've only seen the first episode. But yeah, this is the temple they used in Ms. Marvel. And that's a better view of the Georgian Terrace. A lot of the famous people come and they stay inside the Georgian Terrace. Inside it's, except for the lobby, but the room area, they're old and they're kind of plain, like bed and breakfasty plain. But a lot of people stay in that hotel because it's just like an unassuming hotel, but it's still considered upscale. And now they probably stay in the really ritzy, expensive hotels. Ah, here we go. That was before. There's the side. When you see her running in the temple, she runs in through that door. This was them setting up for Hamilton. Yeah, that's when you see her running in, she runs in here and up the steps. You can't see the steps, but nope, you can't see the steps. Whoa. Crazy mouse. But yeah, that's the side. And they did the fair in Miss Marvel. The festival is done in the street down here. Really, Garrett? What kind of data have you collected? That's the Oregon. Wow. Look at that. Come on, let me move around. God, could you imagine knowing what all of that does? There was a guy, he was considered the caretaker of the Fox. He used to live in an apartment above the Fox Theater. We have this thing in Atlanta called tiny doors where they put little baby doors. So that's not an actual door. It's just a little tiny door. They just create little tiny doors here and there. See, there's the side. Now you can see the steps that she runs up to go inside. And there's a better view of the side from the back. That's an older picture. Yeah, like fairy doors, but they're called tiny doors. It's called Tiny Doors Atlanta. If you Google it, it'll show you pictures of all of them. And that's the Ponce. I don't know if they have any pictures online of that inside the Ponce. Let's try that. See photos. Jeff is not here to defend himself. There's the front of the Ponce. I had to park back here when I delivered their park back here and walk around all around up in here. Oh, this is a Google photo. This is still the Ponce. The Ponce with snow. I've never seen the roof of the Ponce. I didn't know they had stuff up there. That's cool. Snow. Oh, wow. Look at that architecture, the detail. I wonder if that's the night everything froze on Peachtree and you could see people ice skating up and down Peachtree. Ooh, I like this picture. I really, really like that picture. See, I've never seen the top of the Ponce, so I've never seen all of this. And I'm assuming by that window it's somebody's apartment or condo. I really like that picture. And that's looking down onto the Fox. And again, this is where they did the Marvel stuff. This was in 2018. It was posted in July of 2018. I don't think this took place in July of 2018. Image capture December 2017. That's pretty. I like that. Ooh, I like that picture too. All of the stuff you were trying to get me to talk about that I wouldn't talk about. I love architecture too. That's kind of neat. I've never been up there. I want to go up there. I wish I would have taken the lady that's the front of the Ponce. The lady I delivered to, she told me anytime I wanted to come back to let her know, and she'd take me around to take photos and take a tour of it. And I never did. And I kicked myself for that to this day. But you go in here and this is the lobby. It's beautiful in there. I'm hoping that we'll find some. This big tall building back here, that's Bank of America Tower. There's the entrance. And the address is 75 Ponce de Leon. And they have a couple little different things. Like you can go in here to get to something. There's something on that side too. Like I think at one point in time they had like a little convenience store. That picture is squished. The Ponce is over here and the Fox there, and you're looking down north on Peachtree Street. Ooh, cool. I didn't realize they had those lions up there. Look at him up here holding the shield. I love this building, if you couldn't tell. This used to be a road here that went in front of it, but it's not anymore. They, obviously they straightened out the road. I wonder if I can get any pictures of the lobby. I don't see anything in here. Nope. Aha. Here we go. That's not it. This is it, though. I didn't know it was a hotel. No, this is in Florida. Hold on. Some of this is the Ponce condo. Okay, we'll go here. Here's the lobby. This is when you come in, the front door is right here. And you come in, and in here, like the elevators are off. And then this part up here, there's a big dome up there, which is this one. And it's made with Tiffany glass. Let's see. There we go. And that's the dome inside the lobby. And from this floor, you can see there's a railing around it. It's something that has to be seen in person. It's really beautiful. Okay, there's a staircase in the Ponce. The main staircase. More of the lobby. There's a detail of the borders inside. So you got bluey going on over there too, huh? So there's where the main staircase, the bottom of it. Right? There's the railing that you can look up and see from that one that I showed you earlier. I don't know anything about Bluey, except that now I know it exists because of you guys. One other thing I found that was really cool. If you want to go haunted and crazy weird. I found a Google map that somebody had made of fallout shelters in the state of Georgia. It was published on 2015, so it's out of date. But these are actual fallout shelters in Georgia. And you can click on them. There's downtown Atlanta. The Atlanta Federal Savings and Loan Building. A sign was spotted in a 1966 photo of the building, but looks to have been removed after renovation. It's this one. Jordan Hall. Atlanta City Baptist Rescue Mission Building. The sign is next to the main entrance. But like the Capitol, where's the Capitol? Is that it? No. There we go. The Georgia State Capitol building has a fallout shelter underneath it. And a lot of these are probably still there. But I just thought this was funny. Whoa, stop that. The Magic Mouse is very magic in that it just does what it wants to do. SunTrust Tower. Where do we want to look for fallout shelters? That's not what I wanted. Disney. Bomb shelters in Disney. Reddit is interesting. Built in the Cold War during the height of nuclear paranoia, did Disneyland have bomb shelters or nuclear contingency? While there are basements throughout Disneyland for the cast, I've never heard of anything to bomb shelter level. I think we've about exhausted what we're going to do here. How long have we been streaming for anyway? Now I want to go visit that building. Pizza, I'm hungry. I need to eat. Garrett, what time were you planning to start streaming? I'm not staying up late tonight. I did that the other night. I'm still here. You're welcome, Carol. You can thank Garrett, though, because Garrett was the one like, hey, go live. Historical photos. The Ponce in 1950. Ooh, east along Etna and then Ponce. That was an insurance office. Seen from Peachtree, 1951. Oh, wow. The Fox Theater was there back then. That's the Ponce. That's the Georgian Terrace. I don't think those are there anymore. $1961. Neat. It's kind of neat to think that a lot of the street there still looks the same. This is gone. It's a hotel. Hotel Indigo is here now. But all of this, the rest of this, still here. So, nail polish. I've been watching these crazy nail polish videos lately. I know y'all are not interested in that. Before coffee, am I ready to be a calm, decisive, level-headed adult with decent social skills? No. After coffee, still no, but with a resting heart rate of 160. I like sweatpants and coffee. They're kind of funny. So we'll just leave that up there. Anybody have anything else they want to talk about before we go? Because I'm getting sleepy. I don't think I'm going to stay up all night for Garrett's stream. I need to go to bed and get up and get things done in the morning. I might do some stuff here tonight. We'll see. I do not have to get up tomorrow. I do have a couple things I need to do tomorrow, but I can do them in the afternoon. There have been lots of squirrel moments tonight, Garrett. That's why the stream is labeled Squirrel Chat. Oh, we've been streaming for an hour and 46 minutes. Wow. You're not sure you're streaming now? See, you get me to do this, and then you're not streaming. That's not cool. Oh, she moves in tomorrow? Cool. Is she excited? That's pretty. That's been in some movies. I've been in this church. It's really pretty. Is that going to come up there? Duke University Chapel. Make the picture. It's not doing what I want it to do. No. Whoa. You scared me, Bella. You guys got me talking about haunted things, and Bella's up here scaring me. But we went on a tour in high school. I was in Duke University, and we went on a tour of the chapel. There we go. Will that let me see the picture big? No. There we go. Bella, Carol says hi. I think she's playing with one of her little nieces. You gonna come over here and talk? Come here. Come here. Carol says hi. You're not gonna talk anymore. What you doing? Bop. That usually gets her to talk. She talks up a storm all the time. It probably has. It's the university, or it's the chapel at Duke University. It is really beautiful, and the acoustics in there are awesome. That looks like I think that's the organ. Do you need to take your dog out, Garrett? Just the outside. This is a church in Massillon, Ohio. Let me see if I can find Flickr. Okay, that's a little too much. St. Mary's Church in Massillon, Ohio. We used to pass this every day going to here it is in black and white. Going to swim class at the YMCA. Oh, wow. I don't think I've ever seen inside of it. Page not found. Excuse me, hold on. Why do they not have pictures? There's a history of it, which I actually want to read later. I will spare you guys that. I guess we'll just kind of have to do this. Is there a way to make that? No. I've seen that picture before. We have a lot of buildings like this, old churches. Look at those pretty stained glass windows. Look at that. I bet the acoustics in there are awesome too. Let me see if I can get this to come up bigger. No, I don't want that. View image. There we go. It's amazing. It's like, I forget who it was. I think Tony or Danny from Griswold Family Vacations, or Tony from Phantasmic Chronicles. I don't remember who it was. They told me they were heading over there and they were only going to be there for a day. And I'm like, no, there's so much to see there. So much to see. But I think that we're going to end on this. This is St. Mary's in Massillon, Ohio, if you guys want to look at it. That one's pretty. I don't know what this is. A bunch of Adobe stock film videos. Mildred B. Cooper Memorial Chapel, Bella Vista, Arkansas. That is so pretty. Looks like it's all outdoor. Kind of reminds me a little bit here. I didn't go down far enough. That is the Columbia Theological Seminary. Which is that building. That's not that building, but that archway leads into the building that's up here. This is the courtyard in the back. It's really pretty. This was last fall, I think, when we went there. Yep, uploaded in October. Keep you entertained as you walk the dog. I think I've been on here entertaining long enough, don't you? Yeah, see, there's that whole building with the archway. Yeah, it does lead out into the courtyard in the back, though. There's Chris. D92. Fire station. Some railroad tracks. Agnes Scott University. This building they film a lot of movies in. And this is from inside this, which is, if you walk through it, the main road is over there, is the entrance here that goes in here. And this is the tunnel that goes under the road to go up into Agnes Scott from downtown Decatur. And this is around downtown Decatur. We drive around there sometimes. So you're not going to be entertained if you can't see. There's the purple building. I think it's a law office or something now. I don't know why they painted it purple. It's an Art Deco building, though. It looks cool. Twain's Brewery. This is a church in downtown Decatur. It was just really pretty. It's got a lot of cool architecture. This one. Noodle, one of my favorite restaurants. We have a story about Noodle. They have this thing called Famous Fried Rice, and it's really, really good. And it was created by the chef that was working there. And the chef, every time that we get it now, we have to have a moment of silence because the chef that created it was actually killed in a robbery. I think it was a robbery. And this is an old boys' home. The city bought it and they're going to do something with it. I don't know what. We drive past it when we go driving. We don't go in the back part, though. It's really cool. And I took some pictures of grass. I like this picture of grass right here. Ah, my baby. 1 year ago. That's Miss Bella. That's at the shelter when I went to, and I met her, and I paid her bail. And that was uploaded. It was taken August 20th, 2021. So I have that a little off. It was 6 days ago when I met her and paid her bail. Couldn't take her home that day because it was the vet had gone home for the day. I missed the sad. I forget what I said. Okay, never mind. The vet had gone home for the day. Oh, the noodle. Yeah, that was sad. I don't know. I can't answer that for you, Garrett. Only you can answer that for you, Garrett. But this was the day I met Bella. And upgrade to Flickr Pro to hide the ads. That's my little Bella's face. And if you see my Instagram page, you know that she's not that tiny anymore. And that's one of her little Mises. That was one of her first Mises. And I think she still has that one. It does not have any stuffing in it. Carol. It does not have any stuffing left in it, but she still brings it to me every morning to play, even though she has like 20 of them that have stuffing in them. And this was when she came home with us. Her first toy was this. It's on a, she fell asleep on it. It's on a stick, and you know. I give you psychobabble if I want to. And I was working from home, and her bed is still on my desk, but it's in a different place. But she was so tiny for the big bed. I put my hoodie in there because she liked to lay in my hoodie because it smelled like me and it made her feel comfortable. And she was still confined to the office. She wasn't allowed to leave the office. She looked so tiny there. And so I put my hoodie into her bed, and she would lay in the hoodie. Now she barely fits the bed. Sure she did. Sure she did, Garrett. My little girl. See, that's her in the bed in the hoodie. And she looks big there until you look at the size of the bed. The bed is like here. And if she did this now, she would be laying all over the bed of the desk. It's nice. My little tiny baby. God, she's so tiny there. You know, this is like my child, so I'm going to be showing pictures of my child. Little tiny baby. See, hanging out the bed. Being mouthy. She's so tiny. She's being shy. I know, right? She's so dramatic. This was her sleeping. She fell asleep next to me on the sofa with her butt in the air. She is laying there, curled up, like crescent shaped with her butt in the air. She has the funniest sleeping poses. And she can't look like that she doesn't fit down in the bed like that anymore. And this, I don't even remember what that was from, but she pulled it up into her little house, and I wasn't allowed to have it back. Michelle does that too. So you can see her little eye right there and the claws. I have these pictures, I think, on Instagram. This bed is sitting at the end of my desk now, and she's way too big for it. She's laying. This was sitting in front of the table, and so she's got her body here and her head on the table. And this little fuzzy bed, she used to lay on it on the end when I moved it over here to where the fan is. And she would lay on it here. And she's got a different, for a minute, this was in the corner over here. And she would try to get from there to here to her bed. And she grabbed onto the bed and like slid off. And it was so funny. She fell off trying to grab onto the bed to keep it from making her fall. She's so tiny. I know you guys don't care about this. Those are all her toys. None of which she still plays with. Except actually she brought that little ball out the other day. I don't know where she had it. And this is how I sleep. Except on my stomach. But this is her sleeping. She's so crazy. And she won't sleep on that bed anymore. Ever since it fell down and she fell trying to get a hold of it, she won't sleep on it. And a Funko in the background. She gotten up in the shelving, got behind the books. Dean, welcome. I'm not sure how much longer we're going to be here. Maybe more than over. I'm just showing off my baby kitten. She's 15 pounds now and about 5 times as big. I hate ads. I can't believe she used to fit in there. And she turns around constantly while she's sleeping. It's so funny. Glenn, welcome. A little yapper dog just charged you. Are you still out walking? It's probably, is it dark there yet? Yeah, it'd be dark there. My sleep schedule's off too. I'm going to blame Glenn for that. Or not Glenn. Blame Garrett for that. And Garrett, his name is Glenn. Not Robin. How have you been? I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, it's 1 a.m. here too. Garrett's out in California walking around in the dark, playing with all the neighborhood doggies. And Mike sent me one of your videos earlier, Dean, that I need to watch still, but Garrett sidetracked me. So we're looking at monsters. Oh my gosh. She sleeps so weird. And she still does it. Who has said several things? Did you mean she and not he? What is that? She's laying next to me on the sofa and she fell asleep with her head on my leg, and then Luna's down here on the floor. My puppy dog. This is what she looks like now. This is the same bed. Remember that other one where she barely looked over it? Where she was like, she had to get up and look over? That's her laying in it now. The same bed. This is the vet in town. One of the vets in town. It was funny. So I took a picture of it. I was at the Waffle House. And the Munster. I think I have run the gambit of things to talk about, you guys. I think it's Garrett's turn to stream. Why am I doing that? We don't want to do that. I do believe it is Garrett's turn to stream. We'll end on this picture. She sleeps with her tongue sticking out. So are you guys bored yet? No, Avondale. Like Avon, Dale. I'm hungry and I need to use the restroom. So I think that we are about at the end of our visit for this evening. I need to do this more often, but with a little bit more planning. Nope. Good, Carol. I hope you can go to sleep. I need to go to sleep. Garrett. Man, every time I touch my stupid iPhone, it takes the AirPod. Okay, it's still, you guys still have the AirPods. I'm glad too. It was good to see you, Dean. And Glenn, it was good to see you as well. Both of you. I haven't seen you guys that often in streams. I've been so busy with school. I don't get in all the streams anymore. How long have gone? English much? 2 hours, 12 minutes. Yeah, we'll do this more often. Hi, baby. You want to come say goodbye? We were looking at you. Come here. So we have a kitten up here to say goodbye to everybody. But she's not going to talk. Are you going to talk? Meow, meow. You talk all day long, except for when I want you to talk. Well, the good thing about not having the video on me is you guys can't see me standing up, which I should have thought about that earlier. Don't make you type more than you have to, please, since when has that stopped you? 2 minutes, 2 hours, 13 minutes, and 2, 3, 4 seconds. Yeah, it's okay. I need to go and find food and use the restroom, and you guys don't need to hear any of that. And Bella has found one of her Misas. I usually play with her by now. So I'm going to go, and I do appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight. But we'll do this more often. Instead of just driving around. The driving can be boring, I know, because I drive the same places all the time. I need to do, if I had everything organized where I could just pull up the folders, I would go through my photos. We'll do that later. Because I would need to share the screen instead of just the window. Yeah, we'll do that next time, maybe later this weekend. And Garrett hours too, I'm sure. Night, Carol. Night, Garrett. Night, Glenn. Night, Dean. Good night to anyone else still watching us. Noah was here. There's 7 people watching. One of them, I think, is me. I think Chris wandered off. Thank you. You too. I'm yawning over here. Watch me be tired and then not be able to go to sleep. Yeah, you be a master of eking out 20 more minutes on your own stream. It's time for you to stream. Garrett may be streaming in a little bit. Elena. Good night, Elena. Elena. I'm not sure which way you say that. And I will see you guys next time. Garrett, are you streaming tonight? It's Friday now. Are you streaming Friday night foods? What's going on for Friday night stream? My cat's being crazy. What are you doing for your Friday night food? Fun Food Friday. You can link it if you want. If you got the thumbnail up yet. I'm guessing you probably don't. Are you going to talk now? She's going to talk now. I don't know if you guys can hear her. Will happen. There is no stream yet. You guys find Monarch Moments channel. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell. He may be going live in the next hour or two. I don't know. No one knows. Garrett doesn't even know. And they will have Fun Food Friday this evening. Go ahead and hit the subscribe and the bell button for me too if you aren't already. Because I think, I never schedule my stuff. I almost always pop up. I think the only one that's going to be scheduled is the parade if I decide to do that. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here now. My cat is driving me crazy and I'm hungry. So y'all have a wonderful night, morning, whatever it is, wherever you are. And thank you for hanging out. On to the next squirrel. Garrett, it's your turn. I'm passing the torch.